All right, let's see. I got to get my chat opened up. I'm just trying to move things around a little bit, guys, so I can see what's going on here. Let's see. Now, as you can see, we did get Kerby Rosanes Mythic Animals. Let me see if I can get my camera moved around here just a little bit better. Now, I can tell you that, like when I stand up and I look at my camera on my phone, the image, it takes up more space on here than it does on my laptop. That's kind of weird. So you can just barely see that whole book on my phone, but on camera, it's going up okay on the screen on my laptop. So, all right, well, let's see what kind of lag I have. 1, 2, 3. Not bad. Now, I just got this book yesterday, and I have a Thomas Kincaid Disney book coming also. Katita, how are you? I'm just getting started, sipping on some coffee. I just got my new book. Have you colored in this book? Yeah, I thought we'd do a flip through. Would be fun. This is Kerby Rosane's newest book. I think it's his new one. I'm not sure when it was published. Yeah, I'm not seeing a publisher's date. Yeah, this will be difficult for me too, no doubt. I was looking to see if there was a publisher's date. I don't see any date as to when it was. Well, maybe over here. Oh, 2024. Yeah. So this is Kirby's newest book, I guess. And it's just a compilation of illustrations from other books that he's done. But I want to do a flip through. Hi, Gay. I just got this book. So I thought we'd do a flip through. I know which page I want to color, but I don't know why I want to color it, because these are like, wow. There is a lot to these. Well, I got a lot of shadows to deal with here. There's so many elements to it, so much movement and stuff. And there are a lot of them are double page also. Hmm. The art is really cool. Yeah, I do like the artwork, the line work, but I don't really know how to color it. Yeah, I like that. There's some other nice ones too. I saw another video where a person did a flip through of this book. So I already know which page I want to color, but I do want to look at it. I think there's several dragons in here. There's a playing card. There's a horseshoe. Huh. That's interesting. Just little different kinds of things. Well, now that's similar to one of the other ones. Because that one, there was one that had a, I think this, where is it? Yeah, this one right here. It's got the dude in the tree. And then this one also is similar. Hmm. That might be a good thing to do too, Gay. Wow. Now, somebody did tell me in the comments they thought it would take them about a year to color one of these pages, assuming it's a double page. And I kind of like, I can see why. Wow. I got to get a better light source. Well, I'm going to give it a try. You know, it's funny. Oh no, I just knocked a tray of pencils on the floor. Well, let me pick them up. Oh. Oh, I bumped a tray of pencils and knocked them off in the floor. They went rolling everywhere. Oh. And they literally did too, go rolling everywhere. I got to get me a pencil case for these new pencils. Okay, I'm just trying to get my pencils put back in the tray here, guys. And then we will continue. I will put these more out of the way so I don't do that again. We'll move those back there. All right. Yeah, that's not good for pencils. I hope it didn't break the cores. I hope it didn't crack the cores any, but we'll find out as we go along. I had that tray of pencils. It hasn't never been in the way sitting over here before, but that's okay. It's a different color tray. My other trays out of my Color pencils were like a tannish color, tannish green kind of color, weird color, but visible. And I got a black table, and that tray with those pencils in it was black, and I bumped the edge of it with my elbow. And right off the edge of the table it went. Okay. All right. Another playing card over there. Some scorpions. There's like a goblet and a hatchet. Well, that's interesting. Now, it's kind of funny. You look at this guy in this boat right here. I got to zoom in. I got to hold my the base down for this lamp, or it will fall over. Yeah, I saw something here I thought was funny, but I can't even get the camera to go into the right position. But look at this guy in this boat. I don't know. I want to try to get it up by the camera. He's got a smile on his face, and all this chaos going on out here. That guy in that boat has a smile on his face. I thought that was funny. Now let me put this back up here where we can see what's going on. Okay, let's see here. Oh, let's see. See, I have a trouble with this kind too, with a lot of open space on it. I have trouble doing that much of a background. Another playing card. Well, this is definitely beyond my skill level, but hmm. So you've colored in Kerby Rosanes books before, Gay? Now this is the one I want to color. I want to do this one. I agree that, yeah. Now this picture is the only thing that really kind of confuses me about this picture right here are these flying snakes. Why are there snakes in the sky? That just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why there are snakes flying around up here in the sky. That to me doesn't make sense, but well, thank you, Katita. I am going to need it. There are some of these that would look really cool. This would look really cool because it can all be done like in flames because it's all lava from a volcano. That would be really cool to figure that out. Yeah. Bunch of bats and a wolf. That's cool. Yeah, this one I like that. I wouldn't know how to color it, but I like it. Eventually, I might know how to color it. I like this one too. I like the big snake as the perimeter of the waterfall there. I think that looks pretty cool. So that might be another a double page I might try to take on at some point. I don't know. A lot of these pages I do not see me trying to color because I don't really have any interest in this kind of stuff. Just wrapping that guy up. Spider. Blues and greens. Oh, well, okay. Here's another one that's like, well, yeah, because it's got like volcanoes in it. So you could use a lot of oranges and yellows for the fiery stuff, but I don't know how to do all that. Not yet. But this looks cool, kind of. A little bit cool. Oh, the blues and greens for the snake. Yep. Okay. Oh, he's got a cave in his forehead. He's got a beard like mine. Yeah, that looks nice. It's kind of interesting. You think about the mythology side of it to have these mythic animals and stuff, but then you have such a modern feature like a lighthouse. Oh, okay, Katita. It was good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, that one looks interesting. And these pages were, see, this one looks cool too. I've seen this one on YouTube also. This page, right? I've seen somebody coloring this page. So this one looks pretty cool. Okay, I remember seeing that page. I remember seeing that one, actually. We'll flip back to it. I do remember seeing that one. I was going to ask you what page you're working. I thought you said you'd done some of these. There it is. Wow. Well, I would surely like to see it when you get finished. Wow. I got to figure out how to color metal also. Yes, good. Thank you. Well, I know I got to take my time. This one would be, I think this one would be fun to color too at some point. Oh, another playing card. Oh, I just noticed that's like a hand holding that out there. Oh, that's this guy's hand. There's his face, there's his hand, there's his feet. I didn't even notice that. Hmm. This one could be fun. It's mostly just this creature. That could be fun. I want to color this tiger too, but I don't know if I want to color the whole page necessarily. But I do like that tiger right there. I do. I noticed this one too when I watched that other person do a flip through, but the tiger really stood out to me. I don't know. That dragon looks pretty cool. Well, it all looks cool, but I mean, well, I don't know if I could take on something like that. Well, it's like, where do you start? That's interesting. Medusa. Yeah, that tiger really stood out to me, so I want to try to color the tiger, but I'm not sure when. I was going to say these look like Japanese lanterns, and then you got all these lanterns also. These are all lanterns. What does WIP mean? Oh, you gave her yellow eyes, yeah, because she has kind of like a evil looking face, don't she? In her eyebrows, in the Medusa. I noticed that she was like she had like a scowl on her face. Well, where was she? I thought it was back this way. Oh well, doesn't matter. Oh, there she is. Yeah, she's got that scowl in her face between her eyes. Hey, Casey. Good morning. Just doing a flip through. Now this is on the cover, that side. I haven't even been outside this morning. I haven't even opened my door. I just found another one of my pencils that rolled halfway across the floor. Yeah, it's raining out there now. Oh, okay. Thanks, Jay. I didn't know what that meant. Oh, I can see I busted up a pencil lead pretty good when I dropped those pencils. Two of them, as a matter of fact. Broke the whole end out of it. Wow. Must be right where it landed. Look. And then that one broke off too. Oh, snow in the forecast. Well, I'm not really looking forward to it. Oh, there's a third broken pencil lead. Oh no. Well, oh well. Well, I know dropping them on the floor like that was not good for them. Just got to be more careful. Well, I'm not really looking forward to snow, but I do know like yesterday it was like really frosty out in the morning, early morning, because I went out, took my trash out to the dumpster. I got to figure out how to color metal because a lot of these illustrations have metal in it because a lot of the characters are wearing, like even the animals themselves are wearing like bracelets or armor and things, different types of armor and stuff like that. So chains. See, like even here, you got parts of a chain and stuff that would be metal. Hi, Fernanda. How are you? We're just going to flip through for a minute. Fernanda, book right here, Mythic Animals. Yeah, see, like this one's got a big chain and it's got armor. This one is cool too. A three-headed dog thing. Whoa. Another Cyclops. That's interesting. Almost has a steampunk vibe to it with all these gears and things and chains. Yes. Yeah, oh yeah, these are very graphic. Very beyond my skill level. But we're going to do a page anyway. We don't need to know what we're doing. It's a mythic. Oh, more gears. That's interesting. Where's the. Hmm, cool. Now, one thing I do know that's different about this book and the book that was in the video that I saw, this page here. Oh, the other one. That one. Yeah, it's like the Great Wall of China or something. I don't know. Because it looks like a walkway that you can walk down through there. It could be kind of fun to color though if you can get the scales and the dragon right. I don't think I would be able to do that yet. But like I said, they're mythical. So they can be any color. It doesn't matter about color, not really, as long as it's not like muddy. But as far as color goes, it doesn't really matter because they're mythological creatures. They can be any color. Oh, it would definitely take a while to color, especially a double page picture. And I'm a slow colorer. I color slow anyway. Now, see in the back of the book that I saw a video flip through of, it had in the back here, it had like a little explanation of all the different myths. All right, I don't have a color cube and I don't know how one works. I don't know how to use one. Although I have thought about buying Sarah, I know Sarah Renee Clark has one. Yeah, you're telling me that you had all three of the books that this book came out of. And I think that's why I got this one. You bought this book, yes, after I did. Let me see. Uh, I thought this told. Oh yeah, Mythomorphia. Oh well, that's just well. I thought it told all three of the books that this was compiled out of. No, I guess it doesn't have the specific books listed. I thought it did. Oh, in the other books? Yeah, it does have his other books listed right here. That's cool. Yeah, yeah, these are all his books. I don't know if there's illustrations from all of these books in this book, or if it's just from some of these. I don't know. It could be from all. Actually, it might be from Morphia, and Worlds Within Worlds, Fragile World, Mystic World. Yeah, it could be all of them actually, from the way he described it, because he said from the Worlds and the Morphia series. Oh, here we go. I thought I remembered seeing that in here someplace on one of the pages that it showed which books that these illustrations actually came from. So you have all three of these, Gay? Okay, I thought that's what you had told me before. Uh, that's actually why I bought this book, because it had images from all the books you had. So have you colored this, or do you not have this? Okay, because you told me you ordered this book, right? Didn't you tell me you ordered this book or something? Or you were going to? You don't have this image in your other books? Okay. So let's color this one. Okay. Can you guys hear the background music? Oh, well, it stopped now. Now it's an ad. Okay. Yeah, well, I figure you're going to be a lot faster at it than what I will be. It won't hurt if I have a head start. I'm pretty slow. Well, I'm going to have to get my pencils resharpened. Well, I'm going to be going on Blick and replacing pencils faster than I thought. Oh, okay. I just have to sharpen them quite a bit to get past the broken point, but they're going to be fine. At least I can buy open stock with these. Yeah, that's why I really wanted Prismacolor. Once I figured out, that, like, for example, the Color, they don't have open stock. So it's like, yeah, I want to be able to buy individual pencils. I don't want to have to buy the whole set. Well, maybe I didn't bust the ends out of any more of them. That's the only ones I see. So if that's all the damage I did, well, we'll survive it. We'll see what happens. Okay, now let me see. Let me move the camera down. I gotta hold the base though, the camera base. So I can see what's happening here. I don't like my camera stand. I'm gonna have to buy a different one. For now it'll work, but I'm gonna have to figure out a different one because this one is weird the way it moves. The physics is what's weird about it, is the physics, the way it works. I need one with the articulating arm on it. Anyway, let's look at that. I don't know what I'm going to do here. I'm going to work on this side. I kind of have things. I don't have any place to put things. I got to get a pencil case because right now I got like this. I got 6 pallets of, or 6 trays of Prismacolor pencils sitting all around. I keep banging into them. I'm afraid I'm going to knock more of them off my table. But I got to have them somewhere till I can get a pencil case to put them all in. I'm just trying to be able to move things around a little bit, guys, so I can get my camera where I want it. Well, you can go online and Fernanda, you can go on the internet and buy Blick. Go to blick.com and you can buy pencils, the Prismacolor pencils. if you have access to that. Oh, hi, Jen. Yeah. Oh, I like them. I just broke the core out of some of them because I knocked a tray of them off my table, and they went rolling everywhere. And we just did a flip through on my new book, Mythic Animals. And we're going to be coloring. I'll show you which page we're going to color. Oh, you saw it? Okay. So you saw the page we're going to work on? Okay. It's a great looking page now before I start. Maybe we should take a picture of it. Oh, you can't. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew it was in one of the other books. Gay and I were talking about that. That may have been the book I actually saw then, where I said I saw a flip through of this book. It might have not have been this book. It might have been the other book that this illustration is in. And I bet it was, because that's why in the back it was telling about the different myths, because this book doesn't do that. Okay, I don't really know what I'm doing, guys. And I say that every time, but every time it is true. Now let's see. Actually, let me do this. Let me slide this thing this way. Yeah, let's start over here. Okay, I'm just going to be using metallic gold and metallic silver for the time being. PC 950. Where's it at? I can't even find it on the camera. 950 and 949. Silver, metallic. And I'm just going to do these little things right here. And I have no idea what this is going to look like because I've never used the metallic pencils before. So I'm just going to try one very lightly. I just want to see what the color looks like on here. Well, it doesn't exactly look gold. Let me see what the silver looks like. That looks a little bit silvery. I'm not sure about the other one, if it looks gold or not, but maybe the thing to do with that one is to do this right here. Ah, here's an idea. Oops. Let's see. What if we add a little bit of neon yellow? A little bit of neon yellow to our gold. And we'll just leave it like that for a minute. Let me see. I want to do something else also. Let me see if I can find the right kind of color that I want. I'm just looking for a really light colored blue. Here we go. This looks like it might be the lightest. What is this called? Cloud blue. So that will work. Cloud blue will be okay. Let me sharpen it. Okay, then I want to put a little bit of this blue right on top of that silver. And then we can go right back on top with a little silver. Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to hold my pencil a little bit farther away from the tip, guys, so I can get a lighter pressure on it. Because I tend to kind of have a heavier pressure than what I think, apparently. Because I don't really do a lot of layers. I have noticed that. I'm not doing a lot of layering. I do some blending, but I don't do a lot of layering. Now you can see how that has that little bit of a green. Actually, I kind of like that greenish color in there too, because it makes it look like there's a little bit of corrosion. And even though gold will not corrode, this doesn't exactly look like gold. So maybe it's more of a bronze or something. I kind of like that look that I'm getting. I kind of like that. It almost gives me the kind of look that I was actually wanting for these two bands. That's interesting. Well, that's what I do. That's what I do too, Jen. I was thinking about it because I was thinking like, well, we talk about layering and things like that, and I'm like, I can do it in one coat. But when I write, I'm an amateur writer. I like to write. So, but when I write stuff, I never go back. There's never a second print. There's only one print because I proofread it as I go along. And when I finish a paragraph, it's finished. I don't have to go back to it. And that's what I'm doing here. One pass, it's done. That's not exactly what we're supposed to be doing, but now I'm hoping I can come up with something on the silver part that will actually look good with what I got going on here. I am happy, like I said, with the darker color here, using the metallic gold. And the uh, the neon yellow has worked out really good. Yeah, that kind of works for me too, Jen. I'm trying to learn some new stuff just so I think I can do better blending. Maybe I could maybe get smoother blends. I don't know if that's true or not, but I don't mind telling myself that. I might should have a little bit darker blue. Though don't really want to go too dark. I do want it to look silverish. I want it to have a metallic kind of look to it. And I guess that's okay because I don't think the silver would corrode. Just rearranging my pencils a little bit here, guys. A 50% cool gray. Okay. This would actually make a kind of a good rock color also, like some kind of stones. Thank you. Let's see. All right, let me grab a cup of coffee, guys. Sorry, guys. I had to put my coffee in the microwave for a second. Bye, Fernanda. It was good to see you today. All right, let me take a sip of this before I let it get cold again. I had to put it in the microwave to reheat it. I was wondering if you were still here, Casey. Can you guys hear that background music? I was going to say that music is. I have a Chris Chang coloring video playing on my TV in the background because she plays music in her videos. So I put on one of her videos with the music playing in the background. So the music is playing behind me. It's a start. It is a start. Thank you, Casey. I am liking the way this gold with the neon yellow is working out. I'll have to use it for some other stuff, I think. Any, like stones, because it does kind of look like a moss covered stone. So kind of looks like stones you'd see by a river or something. It's not looking exactly like metal, but that's okay. Doesn't matter. It is very calming and peaceful. And of course, Chris Chang is another amazing artist. Well, that's an interesting idea. I'll have to get some gel pens sometime. Yeah, that would be fun. It would be kind of cool to do some glow in the dark kind of stuff, some black light stuff, since I have a black light in my room. I can't tell by trying to hold a little farther back on the pencil. I certainly have less control. Thank you, Gay. Am I giving you some good ideas, Gay? Some good inspiration? Well, I think we all need some inspiration from time to time, probably. I know I do. I know I watch other people's videos. I get inspiration. I try not to do exactly the same thing I saw them do, but I do try to draw from it anyway. Nothing difficult about copying this, that's for sure, because it's just two colors. Now, I've heard people talk about, like in videos and stuff that I've seen, like they can just look at a page and they can see the colors already. I'm not like that, or at least I'm not like that yet. Maybe that's something that comes with practice. I don't know. Some people have talked about they just have like this natural ability with colors. I'm not like that. My brain is probably more suited for color by number instead of figure it out for myself. And then I have to think about, well, what would Bob Ross tell me? Practice. Yeah, I think that's right. The more you practice, the more you're used to looking at colors. My big thing is, like, for me, I don't really pay attention like to the color name of a color that I'm using. I pay attention to the name of that color, or really the pencil number. I don't try to memorize all these things so I know what goes with what the next time. I did write some stuff down though. I will show you one thing I did start doing. When I swatch them, if I actually like them, I put the number in it. So at least I can remember what color that I've swatched. So at least I did start doing that part. Yeah, I think if over a period of time, eventually you start remembering. The thing of it is to be able to train the eye to see that color and know that's neon yellow, which that might be a little easier to do, but just to pick up a pencil out of there and be able to identify like cobalt blue when there's a bunch of blue, dark blue pencils laying there, I couldn't do it. But some people can, I guess. I've heard a few people in videos talk about how they can just look at a picture and they just see the colors in their mind. The colors are already there for them. And then one of them even gave the example of it's almost like for them, it's almost like a color by number. They use that as the example. They said that for them, it was almost like a color by number because they could see the color. So all they had to do was pick the color up and just follow along. And I was like, well, okay, wow, not me. No, I can't either. I never really know where I want to start. You know what I do? And I did the same thing with this. I knew this picture was in this book because, like I said, well, I thought I had seen a flip through of this book. But anyway, I knew I wanted to color this page. So I opened this page last night. I do this all the time. I'll open the page that I'm going to color on and just leave it sit here. And I'll look at it occasionally. I'll kind of look at it. I don't do anything with it. I just look at it occasionally. Periodically, I'll look at it until something does click in my head and say, okay, I want to start right there. All right, Casey, I love you guys too. So I was looking at this last night and trying to think, how can I make these little bands, this upper band and this lower band, look like they're corroded a little bit, like they're kind of rusty a little bit. And that's what gave me the idea of doing gold and silver down through here. Of course, the gold just doesn't look like gold, so it is what it is. It's more of a rock thing now more than it is metal because it looks more stone. Because these look more like gray slate stone, and these look like a river rock almost. Yeah, it does look good. I like it. I'm pleased with the way it's going. Most certainly. I don't remember if I put this on here or not. It feels like I did. All right, Casey. See you later. Talk to you later. Let's see. What happened to the pencils I had set out? I had a couple of pencils set out. Uh, well, I'll find them again. We'll just continue on with this part on this side. Yes. Let's see. Now we will have football tonight, guys, and we will have farming later tonight too. Hopefully. That farming simulator has been messing up the last couple times. It actually did an update. That's why the last live stream got messed up, because it did an update. Yeah, let my coffee sit here and get cold again. I can't tell. All right, Gay, thanks for coming and hanging out for a while. It's good to see you. Always is. You're my very first full-time chatter. Now, I don't know that this layer of this light blue in here is actually doing anything, guys. It just gives a little bit of a bluish, hopefully, a little bit of a bluish tint to this silver. It may not actually do anything. It's a real light color. I don't want it to be dark. Just a suggestion. I really do like the way this neon yellow works with this metallic gold pencil, though. And there's either some green in this metallic yellow, or there is some blue in the gold, in the metallic gold. Because the yellow turns green. But I don't know if there's actually a little bit of green pigment in this neon yellow. There might be, it's possible. It does have a little bit of a greenish, so there might be some green into it. And that makes it look like that. But I actually am kind of glad I did this because I discovered something I can use. Like if I have stones around water, because it looks like a stone that's just got mossy. It's kind of moss colored, like a river rock, or even like on the lake shore. So that's pretty cool. That's something I can use later on for those types of things. And it's a color that I didn't see anybody else come up with. It's something I just came across. And that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to keep going till I get this done. I had a couple of colors picked out that I was going to use. For these two bands running down through here, but when I drop my pencils on the floor, that may have changed things a little bit. We'll see. I think I might know where they're at because I sharpened them. That was the one good thing I did. I sharpened them. Sherry, hi. Just coloring a little bit in my new book. How are you today? Yes. It came in yesterday afternoon. We did a flip through earlier. I don't know why I like working in complicated books like this, but Ken is going to do this page also, but she doesn't have it yet. She ordered the book, or she's going to order the book, and she's going to do this page also. And my Thomas Kincaid Disney book should be here next week. Yeah, this book right here, this has illustrations. It's a compilation of 3 different books that Kerby Rosanes did. He took illustrations out of 3 different books. Do you have any of his books? He took them from here, from these 3. They came out of Mythomorphia, Worlds Within Worlds, and Mythic World. So all the illustrations in this book were taken from those 3 books. I'll zoom out here in a second and I'll show you the full illustration. I think this picture came from Worlds Within Worlds. So you have this picture, I think. Let me move my camera. I think you have this picture. Oh, this camera is hard to work with. I think you have this picture. Man, my lamp, my camera stand is the joint in the arm is so stiff. I have to use 2 hands. I literally have to hold the lamp down on the table or it'll just flips over. It's crazy. And then it starts knocking all my other stuff around because it tips over, and I have like an 8 ball and a cue ball that sits on it on this. And it makes it really difficult to even. I got to get a new camera stand. That's all I know. A new camera stand. But not yet, because there's other things I need to. Trying to figure out how to get this thing back on camera. It's so hard to get lined up on the camera. I can't even figure out where the camera's at. There it is, way over there like that. It's supposed to be like this. Yeah, that would be awesome if you could. I think Ken said she won't have her new book until around Christmas, I think she said. So she won't be starting her page for a while. But I told her I'm starting because she's going to be faster than I am, no doubt. And I have actually discovered on my own how to make like a somewhat mossy colored river rock. Because to me, that's what these look like, this color. It looks like what I would find out on the riverbank or on the lake shore, the stones. Has a little bit of that mossy color. It wasn't meant to have that color, but I do really like the way it turned out. Not as happy with the silver, with the gray, but I really do like the way this other color turned out. And it's something I've come up with on my own accidentally. But we'll leave the accidentally part out when we tell other people. I'll just be like, look what I created. My very own colors. Oh, that's awesome. You're getting some likes on our community page here too. More than mine. That doesn't surprise me though. Well, thank you. Well, like I said, I do like this right here because it's perfect for, it's not what I wanted for this, but I'm still happy with it because it's going to work for this. And this is something that's going to work in other places too. And it's just something that just happened. I was just trying two different colors, try something. And it came out with something that I can actually use in other applications. And I like that because it's not something that I've seen in another video or something like that. It's just something that I kind of accidentally came across, but it works and I like it. That's all I can do is keep practicing. Just keep at it. Experimenting. Having fun. Now, if you'll notice, you may not have noticed yet. You might notice at some point. Where's my, I got to count the lag again, okay? Because my lag has tremendously increased since we started. I mean, tremendously, way increased. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's almost, the lag time is almost twice what it normally is. So that is Very weird. Move the camera a little bit. Let's see. I think I'm going to be really glad when I have my new computer. Well, I mean, it would be kind of sad if I wasn't glad once I got it, but oh, I knocked my pencils off in the floor earlier, Sherry, because I don't have a pencil case for my Prismacolors yet, so I just had all the trays sitting here on the table. My table is black, the trays are black, and I hit the edge of it with my elbow and knocked one of them, flipped it right out into the floor, busted 3 of the cores, and hopefully I didn't do any more damage than that. Hopefully it didn't break none of the cores inside the barrels. Yes, my Prismas. And right now it is rainy, it's wet, it's kind of cold here, and we have snow in our forecast. For the next couple of weeks. Yeah. I don't do stuff like that very often, but I got to get better lighting. I'm not happy with the lighting that I have here at all. I mean, it's working okay for the camera, but for me just to sit here, because like the end of my table on my left-hand side is totally in the dark. That's why I hit that tray of pencils. I couldn't see it. It was sitting there, and I bumped it with my elbow. But I think they'll be okay. Hopefully it didn't break the cores inside the pencils. I don't think it did. But what I was going to say before I remembered that, I was going to point out that I was going to say you may or may not have noticed I am trying to hold my pencil a little bit farther back, so I'm not putting quite so much pressure on it. So I'm a little bit more light-handed. I saw somebody in a video yesterday. I was watching this video, and it was like for beginners, like a tutorial kind of thing. But the lady put the pencil. I gotta wait for YouTube to catch up. The lag is so far behind, and now it's just getting worse even. Anyway, I saw her doing this with the pencil. Like I said, I gotta wait for the lag to catch up so I can be on camera. It's hard to be on camera. Can't even see what's happening until. she held her pencil in the palm of her hand like this, and she colored like this. And she said that's a good way to practice learning to not be right up on the tip like this. Put it in the palm of your hand and hold it like this. So I haven't been doing exactly that, but I have been trying to stay back away from it better. Just so I'm not quite so heavy-handed. Because I was mentioning earlier, and I've mentioned this before too, I don't really do layers. I kind of just like put it all on there at one time. Well, let me, as far as a single color is concerned now, I do layers when I'm using multiple colors, but I don't go back. Like, I don't do like one color and then layer another color on top and then go back and do the underneath color again. I'm not doing that kind of stuff. Yeah, I thought that was interesting. A good way to practice not being right up, choked up on the end of the lead, or the core rather, on the end of that barrel. So like I said, I'm not really holding it against the palm of my hand because I wear these braces, or I'm only wearing one today, but I'm not wearing one on my other hand, just my coloring hand today. Most of the time I have to wear one on both ends. Oh, you know what I just thought of? I was going to ask Fernanda about something, and I totally forgot while she was in here. I knew there was something I wanted to ask her about, but I forgot what it was. Oh well, maybe I'll remember next time I see her. She's going to be getting a new camera for her channel, and I wanted to ask her about it. That's what I wanted to ask her about. And I totally forgot when I was thinking, okay, there was something I wanted to ask for Fernanda about. And then I couldn't remember what it was. And now I remember what it was. She's going to be getting a new camera. Well, we were talking about that before, Sherry. In fact, the last time I think we were both here, we were talking about that, about being heavy-handed, because I know I am. I was telling people earlier, I'm an amateur writer. I like to write stories and stuff like that, and I'm the kind of writer that I proofread as I write. So when I finish writing a paragraph and I move to the next paragraph, everything before that paragraph is done. I've proofread it. I've made any corrections. It's exactly how I want it. And that's kind of what I do here too. I come through one time, pow, done already. But I was thinking about that. That's exactly how I write also. In fact, I can correlate kind of a lot of, I can see that, I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the artistic, creativity or something like that. But I can see elements of my writing style in my coloring also. Because like when a lot of times, like when I go to write a story, I have no clue. I kind of know what the story is going to be about or how it begins, But most of the time, I don't really know anything about the characters. They just develop themselves as the story goes along. And that's kind of like the coloring for me, because I don't really know, like I was talking about earlier, I don't really see the colors in my head. All right. Wow. Well, I kind of like using color palettes if I can figure one out. Like for the pumpkins and stuff like that. There are other times. Now, I'm going to pull the camera back up so we can get a better. Here I have my pool balls rolling all around my table again. Every time I try to adjust this, I got to buy me a new camera stand because this one is not working. Well, I mean, it's working, but it's not. Let's see if I can zoom in just a little bit on that. It'd be nice to have a camera with like a remote zoom on it. Let's see, that's a little close, so I got to try to. Man, it's really so hard to do this stuff. Oh my gosh. See if I can't get the lighting to look a little bit better. Well, that's a start. Now, let me see if I can figure out what two colors I was going to use. I think it was these two. No, that's a. Let's see. I got to see if I can. Let me see. I know I had the color that I wanted out, and then when these pencils hit the floor, I lost track of where it's at. I got to hunt for it again, guys. There it is. I found it. Well, thank you, Sherry. I like it. I especially like the greener looking color. It was supposed to be gold, metallic. But like I said, it turned out to kind of look like a mossy stone on the edge of a riverbank. So I'm okay with that. So it's something I can use. later on other things. So I'm okay with that. It doesn't look gold, that's for sure. Now I want to try one more thing while we're here. So I'm going to zoom this back in a little bit. Maybe like that. Let me put these other pencils out of my way before I end up damaging something. Now, I don't know how well this is going to work out. Am I remotely close to where I need to be? Sorry about my arm, guys. Trying to get things back on camera. Now, I'm going to be using pumpkin orange. It's PC 1032. And I'm going to be using a yellowed orange, which is a PC 1002, just to do this little border right here. And hopefully I can get like it looks a little bit like a rusty color, but not necessarily rust, but let's start with the light color. I don't know how well this will work, guys. We're just going to see. We're going to be putting the darker color on top. I just want this to look a little bit like it's a little bit tarnished or corroded. Let's see if I'm still on camera. No. So let me get this side before we move. And again, just very lightly. Because we just want some of this orange to peek through when we put this other color on. You can see by the lines that Kerby left for us that a lot of this is in shadow. Now let me come from this side. Let me pull this way. See if I'm still on camera. I really do have to wait for this rendering to catch up, guys. But this is very lightly, whoops, almost off camera. Kind of was off camera. All right, now let's see, since we have this part, let's just go ahead and pull it back down this way. I just have to sit here and wait for the rendering to catch up, guys, because I don't know if it's on camera or not. I have to wait for the rendering to catch up. Now we're going to use the darker color. And I'm just going to bring this along the bottom edge. And then we'll come right back on the top band and do the same thing. We're just going to come along the bottom edge of this thing. Or we can come back and darken this up as we need to, if we decide we need to. Something similar to that right there. Now maybe we'll come back, throw a little more orange just across that top right there. And then we'll throw some across the top right here, a little more. Thank you. It does have a pretty good look to it. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That come out looking pretty good. I think I was wanting this to be a little bit darker. So I think, this is where I was talking about layering, where I don't really do a lot of layering because I don't come back and darken stuff up. I just like, oh, that's good enough. But I do think I wanted this a little bit darker, just on the very bottom edge. Maybe something like that. Totally off camera. I have such a hard time keeping this stuff on camera. It's crazy. And there's part of it is right now there's so much lag that I can't even keep up with what's happening here. But I am wanting to just darken this up a little bit. Every time I move though, I'm off camera. But I am wanting to darken this up just a little bit on the very bottom edge here. We'll leave that light edge, the top edge pretty light. I just want to darken the bottom edge a little bit. Pencil is very sharp, nice tip on it. Just barely coming in and catching the bottom, very bottom edge. Yeah. I like that. All right, let's get this one. Let's do the other side. All right, now let's see if we got the thing moved a little bit here. I'm having a real hard time trying to keep the camera in the right place just so you guys can see what's going on here. There we go. Now again, very lightly with this orange, a yellowed orange. We're just going very lightly. And I could tell I was getting a little heavy-handed, and I remembered I wasn't holding back on the barrel. I was holding up closer to the tip. And I could tell I was pressing harder. It's not in that book? I thought somebody else had told me it was in that book also. Yeah, Katita. Didn't Katita tell me it was in that book, World Within Worlds? I don't know which book this picture came out of. I know it's in one of his though. It's in one of these three. It's either in Mythic World, World Within Worlds, or Mythomorphia. Mythomorphia, not mytho. So I don't know which book it comes in. I don't even know what this page is called, actually. I don't know if Kerby has a title for it. There's no title listed for it. Okay. Now again, we're just going to bring this darker color across the very bottom. We want to leave that top because that will give us a little suggestion of light. So we just want to darken this bottom edge. I keep hitting my forehead on my camera because it's right here in my face to do this overhead stuff. All right, now let's touch up just a little bit across the top edge of this again with the orange, this yellowish orange, just to catch the very top edge right there. It's a little bit of light. My brace keeps getting hung up on the pages on this book. Come back across the very top edge right here just to throw some of that orange, because we want that to be bright. All right. Yeah, in this book, it does not have that stuff. In the other books, this is the only thing that's in the back. It tells what 3 books that these illustrations came from. So this illustration that I'm coloring is in one of these 3 books. I just don't know which one. Mythomorphia, Worlds Within Worlds, or Mythic World. I don't know which one it's in. I want to color this tiger right here too, because I think this will be really cool. But it's on a page. This is just comes out of one of his other pages. All right, now let me zoom back out right here. See where we're at. Yeah, it could be Mythic Worlds. I don't know. I know I saw this on another video at one point. That's how I knew I wanted to color this page, because I had seen it before. And then when Gabe mentioned this book, I thought, well, okay. I'm just trying to get this where we can see the whole page. I have a real hard time with this camera because I have to use 2 hands. To move my camera, I have to use 2 hands. And then what I see on my camera screen is different than what I see on my laptop screen too, which is confusing. But anyway, that's what we're looking like so far. That's not too bad. I like the way that looks, actually. Now, as far as what any of the rest of it looks like, I have no idea. Because there's a lot of stuff on here that's supposed to be metal. He's got a lot of armor. But we'll figure that out later on. I'm not too worried about it right now, because I don't know. I'll have to think about it for a while, what colors I can use and wear. But I was saying earlier, if you look at this picture, when I find stuff in a picture that doesn't make sense to me, it's hard for me to think about coloring and what color it's going to be and stuff like that. This thing's got flying snakes in it, but the snakes don't have no wings. So since when do snakes fly through the sky without wings? So it's like, I don't even know what to do with those. If I could eliminate those, I would, because they don't make no sense. They don't even fit in the picture, in my opinion. But those I will worry about those later on when we get to them because I don't know what to do with them right now. Because I really would like, I'm thinking I want to do, because I was trying to figure this out. I thought at first this was like a three-headed turtle, but it really isn't. Because this thing is coming out right here, so I can't tell if this wraps around, if this is the tail that goes to this head, or to this head over here, not this one on this side, and his tail comes and wraps around, and then this one wraps around that way. That's all I can figure out. That this actually is one of these. These are just so far away we don't get the details, but it's actually one of these snakes, I guess. Because that right there looks like the turtle's tail. Right here, there's a little, and that looks like that might be the turtle's tail, actually. So this tail is probably from this snake-like creature wrapping around, and this one wraps around that way. I'm guessing. But I would like to do these in purple. I really think I want to do these in purple. It's my favorite color. But we may add something to the purples because it is mythological. So they don't have to be exactly. So we may put some purples and who knows, some oranges, some purples and reds or oranges or something like that. Yellows. Might put some purples and yellows down here. Don't know. This part through here. Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I said, I have to what I do. I don't know if you heard me mention this earlier, but normally what I do is I will just take the picture. I'll take the book and just leave the book sit like this because I can't look at it and just see colors and stuff like that. So I would just let it sit here like this, and then I will periodically I'll come over, I'll turn my lamp on, I'll sit here and I'll look at it. And then I'll turn the lamp back off and I go on and I do my thing. And then later on, I'll get some ideas of colors, what I could use for this particular portion. Like these all need to be like yellows, and I think I want to do these in yellows and creams, beiges, tan colors. But I don't know because like I said, it's mythological. So it can be any color, literally. It doesn't have to make sense necessarily. They need to work together. The colors need to blend. They need to work together, but they don't need to match what we think of in our world, color-wise. So trees can be blue if you want them to be blue, your trees can be blue, you know. I mean, it's mythological, so I will have to yeah, I'll have to just go like one element at a time and pick out colors for that element and see how it works out. sharpen my pencil, my eraser right there. Whoa. Yep, that's true. I have a little spot up here I want to erase. Now look at that eraser tip. Boink. I had a hard time erasing with it. It was so small it almost broke off. It actually did break off. I just broke it the rest of the way off. Oh, it looks nice. So I'm thinking, yeah, okay, I got an idea. I'll have to figure out colors though. I'll have to do some swatching and figure out some colors. I got a couple. Oh, look right here. Oh, I actually, what color is that? I have a couple of colors that just might work if I can find them. There's one of them. And what's the other one? Oh, I don't know about finding. How am I going to find that one? There it is. I found it. Oh, now let me see here. I need one more yellow. What is this? Not that yellow. We just used that yellow. What is this one? Oh, what is this? Deco yellow. Okay. Let me sharpen this. Let's see what this looks like. We might be able to do something like this right here. So let me move these colors out of my way now, since I'm finished with those. Let's see here. Well, I think I have something figured out here that I might can use for underneath the turtle's undershell area. So let's just try a little sample here and see what this looks like. Let's go. I'll zoom the camera in a little bit. We'll just come back on this part right here. So we are going to use these three colors. I have Deco Yellow, Yellow Chartreuse, and Apple Green. And we may want to come back with the darker green. I'm not sure. Actually, I think we might. No, we can do the apple first. We can try it first and see how it works out. Let's just try this one section right here. We can go multiple sections if we want to. So let's just come under here and we'll just very lightly use some deco yellow. Just to get some highlights under here. Now, I don't know how any of this will turn out until it's done, guys, or until we do it. Now, let's see. Well, I guess we just need to do all of this. Back here like this. And this is just like a base layer. Don't need to be real pretty. Just to get a little bit of color in there. Now we're going to go with the yellow chartreuse. I can see it has a little green tint to it. So that's what we want to go with here. And I'm almost going to color the whole thing with it, guys, with this chartreuse. I need more space, guys. I'm running out of space. All right. Now, like I said, I'm probably going to have to use a darker green, but we will go in here for now with this. This is an apple green, but yeah, I'm going to have to darken it up a little bit, but we can use this too. I may not want to go with the darker green, guys. I might want to just stick with this right here. We might want a little bit of darker color. I don't know. Now we'll just go right along this top edge and just pull a little suggestion of shadow underneath this right here. Not a lot, but just a little bit underneath that, because right up on the edge of that, like that. And you're right, a second layer. That's the whole thing. That's why I'm not even, like, I've been using the pencil the way I've been holding the pencil so I could do a second layer of coloring. I just need to get in the habit of doing that, adding a second layer of color on different areas. And then a little bit again in the shadow area with the apple green. It gives it just a little bit darker. I actually like that. I don't think I need to put in another darker green. I was thinking about a little bit deeper shadowing. I can always come back and do that later if I want to. I think for now I won't do that. I don't want to overdo it. That can be a real problem, overdoing it. and not realizing that you're about to overdo it, and then you overdo it. All right, now let's get the next section. Make sure it gets on camera. So a little more yellow right there in the. We'll kind of get an idea through Kerby's illustration work here, the line work, where the lightest area is. So we just I think that worked out pretty good. Now let's see. We want to do this section. Ooh.
Other American cheese is almost craft singles. It's like a hostel is almost a hotel. Craft singles. Unlimited 1.5% cash back is just the beginning.
Okay.
Chase Freedom Unlimited. How do you cash back?
I'll tell you what, I really do get tired of hitting my head on this camera that's right here in front of my face. And then we'll go back with the second layer. Okay. And let's see, let's go back up to this side, to the front. Let's see, let me pull this back up just a little bit, guys. A little bit farther so we can see just a little bit better. Now let's see, where are we going to go to? Let's come up to here. Let's go to here. Kind of lightly. We'll come back and add more. Yes. Yeah, because I can see some area right here that I missed. So I will have to come back and catch this right here too. I'll go ahead and catch it though while I'm looking at it. Now Monty is usually pretty good about seeing spots that I missed. Oh, I see another little spot here too, right here. Okay, now a little chartreuse yellow. Hit my head on the camera again. Every time you guys see that camera shake, it's because I hit my head on it. Now we're going to pull in just a little bit of this dark green. Well, not dark green, but apple green. But it's the darkest of what we're using. We're just going to pull it in right underneath the bottom of this right here, just a touch. Just to give it a little bit of a shadow underneath this, or right on the edge of it. It doesn't have to be necessarily underneath it, but now let's go back. A little bit of chartreuse. And then a little bit of our apple green. Now let's see. Now let me zoom it back out and let's see what we're looking like. Put my lamp right in front of my camera. Well, that's what we got so far. I don't think that's very easy to see. I do not like my camera at all, guys. I need a new camera. Well, it's not the camera, it's the lighting. I do not like the lighting at all. There's so much shadow on this page right here. It's hard for me to even look at it. Now, looking at it in person, it's not that bad. But to look at it on the camera, it's like really dark. Doesn't look quite too bad on my laptop right there, except for that glare. Yeah, it's looking pretty good, I think. I still might come in a couple of spots and put a little bit darker green in there, but I don't know if I will or not. I'm not going to do it yet. I might do the turtle's tail in a darker green. Let me see here. If I even find a darker green right off the bat. I might not. Let me see what kind of really dark green I have. Here's a grass green. That looks fairly dark. What is this? Oh, ooh, what is this? This is dark green. Okay, well, dark green. I said I maybe want to do some dark green. Maybe we do a dark green. I have seen those, and I may need to get one of those. The one that I bought, that is like the one you have, I actually ended up using somewhere other than on my art table. So I got to get another one. But a ring light might be the best route, but I don't like the kind that clamp to the table. I prefer the kind with just a tabletop base to it, but I may have to go with the other style. I'll have to figure it all out. I'm just going to wait until I get my computer. Let's go. Well, I'm a little bit hesitant to throw this dark green in here. I think I better wait. I don't want to put something in here and then not be happy with it. And at least I am pretty happy with what I have right here. So I think I'm just going to leave it like it is for now, guys. I may come back later and put some dark in here on the underbelly of this turtle, but I don't know if I will or not. I don't want to mess it up. And I very well could. Well, maybe we put just a little bit, because I want to try this. I want to see what it's going to look like. Let's just put a little bit down at the very bottom right in here. Very lightly. Very lightly. And I don't think you guys can see this very good. But I'm not going to mess with the camera just for this right here, because I'm just barely, just right down in the very bottom edge here. Throw a little bit of this darker color in there. I don't know if you guys can even see that or not. Yeah, I'm actually just using a dark green. I did see grass green there, and I was going to use it, and then I saw dark green, so I just decided to go with the dark green. Yeah, I'm not going to do a lot with the dark green. I'm just barely going to catch the very bottom edge. We're not covering up all the apple green. We're just going to go way down in here, just like that, just across the very bottom. Actually, that part probably should be lighter, but I'm just, because a turtle's belly is usually lighter color a little bit, but I'm going to follow the just the shading lines that Kerby has in here. That's all I'm doing. And I'm just staying way down here at the very bottom down here. I don't want to go up very high. I don't want a lot of real dark color in here. Maybe in certain areas we'll want to come back and darken up some. And we can always come back and do that if that's what we want. I don't know if that's what I want though. So I am just trying to, about like that, I think. I think that's not too bad, actually. Let me get a little bit more down here on the edge, on the end of its tail. I think that is looking pretty good, actually. I do like it. I like the way it's working out with me holding the pencil back a little bit farther also. It lets me, I feel like I'm able to get a little bit better, maybe a little bit better control on the shading and stuff like that. So if I stay back a little bit, that is better. Bring this up just a little bit higher in a few spots right here. Yeah. Okay, I like that. I like that right there. That looks pretty good. Wonder if I can put a little bit of this dark edge. Right underneath this over here. Just to give that a little bit of a shading effect. That we already have it, but I want to darken it just a little bit. But only like the width of the pencil lead. I don't want to pull it down. I just want it to be right up. On that very edge. And then we're going to grab the apple green again. Man, I hit my head on my phone so many times. And then we're just going to pull this down. Little curved stroke right here too, because we kind of want to give the indication that we've got this curve in this thing. I probably could have used a blender on this too, but a lot of times I just end up blending with my pencils. I do like the way that blender makes things look though. Yeah, that's pretty good with just a little bit of dark. Thank you, Sherry. Now let me just catch this one little dark edge. Just a little bit of touch of that darker color, that dark green. Come back over it with the apple green. Pull it down just a little bit. Some apple green. Pull that dark green down just a touch. Give us just a little bit of undershadow right there. And then we'll pull it down back here too. Just a little bit. Like that. There we go. I think if I try to do anything more to this, I might mess it up. That does look nice. It's a little slightly darker. I like that. I think that's looking pretty good. Now I'll have to figure out some other colors. Like I said, I think I want to do these snake looking things in purple. Just because purple is my favorite color. But I'm probably just going to continue with get the legs done, the turtle's legs. Maybe I'll do those next. We'll see. I don't know what I'm going to do next. There's a lot to go on this thing. Anyway, I think that's going to wrap it up for this stream, guys. Been streaming for about 3.5 hours now. I do think this is coming along. It's looking nice so far. Let's see, that's 1 live stream, 2 live streams, 3 live streams, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh my gosh. What have I got myself into? Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Sherry, thanks for coming and hanging out. And we'll end this one right here. And I'll try to figure out some colors. I have a couple of colors for purple, but I feel like I need at least a third color to come in here and work with, maybe even a fourth. But I'm going to wrap it up right here, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did. And I will catch you guys at the next live stream. Until then, God bless. Bye, Sherry.